The trust services and association departments are two distinct departments within the Texas Conference. First of all, the Texas Conference Trust Services Department provides estate planning, which many people know as your wills and trust department. It provides free services to our members who wish to remember the Lord's work, their families, religious organizations through estate planning, charitable gifts.
We work with a licensed attorney in helping our members prepare documents, estate planning documents, and our members can also directly contact the attorney and ask any questions that they may have as they prepare these documents along the way. We
emphasize that service through preaching, through seminars, through one-on-one visitation with our members.
The last 2 years in the Trust Services Department have been a tremendous blessing for everyone involved. We've had about $1.5 million come in from our members through their estate plans, and about $750,000 have come directly to the local churches and schools. And many areas of the ministry have been benefited through evangelism, through community services, our Lake Whitney Ranch program, youth department, our Worthy Students in the education department. Just every area of ministry within the conference has been blessed through members who have remembered these areas in their estate plans. You know, there really is a lot of power in what can happen through the ministry of plan, giving, and trust services. And there are a lot of stories that I could share, but I think of one in particular today, and that is the story of the Manley family. You know, I grew up in the Dallas Oak Cliff Church, and Barney and Rita Manley were members there. And I remember that they were a quiet, unassuming couple who helped build that church in the 1960s. And they had 3 children who they wanted to see in Adventist education. It was very important to them that they be educated in Adventist schools.
Well, Mom and Dad, they put us all through school, and they were able to manage their money very accurately, meticulously, actually. Dad, he did odd jobs like building cabinets out in the shop, and he did lawn mowing on the side.
They didn't have a lot of money. Barney, in fact, would buy candy bars at the grocery store and take them to work and put them in the break room and sell them for 5 cents more than what he had paid for at the store to help pay tuition for his children.
He worked all of his life. He put everything into like 401ks and CDs, bonds, shares, the whole thing. And he never spent a dime of it his entire life.
They were very dedicated and hardworking individuals in the church. And when the church was sold, they moved to Duncanville and then later joined the Grand Prairie Church. Barney died in 2000, and in 2011, Rita passed away. And at that time, the Grand Prairie Church had outgrown their facilities and were desperately needing to build a new sanctuary. And in their estate plan, Barney and Rita had left a portion of their estate for the Grand Prairie Church. What a surprise and a tremendous blessing it was to that church when they discovered that $96,000 was coming to their church from that family alone.
The association is the legal corporation of the Texas Conference that holds title to all of our church properties. With that aspect in mind, we oversee all the purchases, all the sales, all the construction and remodeling projects that are going on in the Texas Conference. We also oversee and deal with religious exemption issues, code violations. We deal with mineral leases. These are just part of the important work that is covered under the umbrella of the Texas Conference Association.
One of the things that we do in the association is to assist the churches in meeting the guidelines required by the state, since the state has adopted the International Building Code.
We have individuals within the department that can assist as you work through your building and remodeling process to work with the proper architects, consultants, engineers.
As with my colleagues, I can share many success stories, but I would like to talk about one specifically. Houston Spanish North They had an insurance claim, and that insurance claim ended up being larger than was initially anticipated. And as we took a look at the project and had an architect involved with it and the local church members, they were outgrowing their sanctuary, and the damage that was done as a result of water damage to the building was actually a lot of destruction to a educational wing. So we actually took that educational wing down to the foundation and are currently building a new sanctuary on that foundation that will house just almost twice what the original seating capacity was for the church, including new baptistries and everything that complies with all of the current codes, including a sprinkler system, a fire sprinkler system. And the churches had to borrow additional money above and beyond what the insurance claim was, but it made it possible for them to get into a larger facility without the major capital outlay that they would have experienced otherwise.
As we look at the next 2 years, we continue to anticipate a lot of growth within the Texas Conference, which is a good thing. And as we anticipate this growth, we want to continue working closely with our local congregations as they purchase property, whether they sell their property, whether they renovate or construct new property. We want to be there to service them, to give them the resources, the individuals that can help make this process as positive as possible for them.